Howdy, hello everybody, this is MissyDoPop, and yeah, it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video. It's been a long time since I've done anything with MissyDoPop at all, and I just want to talk about it with you guys. You know, I've got some art time-lapse going in the background, I hope you enjoy watching those. So let's just sit down and let's just have a heart-to-heart. Put me on in the background while you do some laundry or while you draw, and just feel free to listen. So first things first, it's definitely been a while since I have recorded audio for a video, so this is kind of really weird. And I'm doing it in a dorm room, which is, I don't know, I feel even more self-conscious than usual. I'm not really gonna follow a script for this video, I more just have some bullet points that I'm following along with. It's just like every time I've sat down to write this script, I just haven't. Like, I just can't decide what parts to include, what is too much, is this video any fun? But here's the thing, the people who watch this video are gonna be like, they aren't gonna see it on their For You page, you know what I mean? It's gonna be people who are subscribed and who actually want to know where I've been or that kind of thing. So it doesn't really matter if I'm kind of scatterbrained or not. The people who care or who want to know will watch it, and it'll be chill and it'll be so much fun. I'm gonna talk about past, the present, and the future. It's gonna be super cool, and yeah, let's get started. So, elephants in the room, it's been a good while since I've uploaded a YouTube video. I'm actually gonna pull it up right now. This is something I should have written in my notes or my little bullet points, but I did not, so here we go. When I pull up the MissyDoPop channel, it's definitely apparent that I kind of abandoned it. My last video was 1 year ago. My last short was... Oh my gosh, I have a privated short? Bro, wait, it's like fully edited and everything, and I just didn't know that it was chilling there in my private videos. Okay, well, that's great, guys. Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be all about time travel, and here's why. If we take a look at the game trailer itself, the art design changes from looking old school to looking futuristic. Though this may just be a reference to the evolution of Blueprint's art, I think it was a deliberate choice that was made to tease this game's story. The player will be able to travel between the future and past Kalos, and the fact that this file is labeled Urban Redevelopment tells us that the player is going to help this mysterious company restore Lumio City to its former glory. A glory that was destroyed by the use of the ultimate weapon. Even the name of this game lends to my theory. I have a feeling that Z represents the past and A represents the future. Like the phrase A to Z, but backwards, meaning that the player is traveling backwards in time. Okay, so maybe that last one was a bit of a stretch, but I have even more theories about this game, so subscribe or you're gonna miss part 2. Anyway, as I was saying, I mean, I obviously abandoned the channel if I didn't even know I had a video that was ready to be posted. Honestly, when I first sat down to make this video and I started writing the script in I started writing it on October 13th, 2024, and it was a video to say goodbye. In that version of the script, I was creating the final MissyDoPop video. I was going to retire from the channel, and I was going to retire from YouTube as a whole. I was so busy with school and extracurriculars and work. I got a job, I'm in money, which was great, and I just wasn't having a ton of fun making videos anymore. Making videos for YouTube really started to feel more like something I had to do than something that I got to do. Instead of being like, oh, it's time to edit, oh, I get to draw now, it was like, I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, oh, I need to go make another video, or I need to go edit this video, I need to do that voiceover, I need to draw, I need to plan this, write this script. Per usual, I just kind of let it slip away and I stopped prioritizing it. I'm kind of like disappointed in myself because early in January of 2024, I had made a video that was all about like, here's some new goals for the year, here's what we're gonna do, I am gonna do these, and then, you know, I had planned, I saw someone else on YouTube do this a while ago, I think it was Markiplier's editor who makes those video games too. I was going to make like a yearly video, set goals, check in, see which goals I had accomplished, which ones I had abandoned, and kind of just check in. I am gonna review those goals in this video, but that's gonna be later on. Over and over and over on this channel, I would make a video that would be like, hey guys, I disappeared and now I'm back. And that just like, I just kept doing that, and I kept failing to actually carry out my plans. I guess because none of them were actually real plans, it was just like ideas. Or I would be like, I have this project in the works, but it was too early, I shouldn't have announced it yet. You know what I mean? Like, I was just brainstorming still, and I was just so excited to share it that I would talk about this project, people would get excited, and then I would abandon the project. I would lose interest. That probably has to do with the diagnosed ADHD, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, I would lose interest in these projects, or I'd be like, oh, never mind, I probably need to do school. When I first started this channel, and when I started making video game related videos and Pokemon and Wacky Wednesdays and all that kind of stuff, I was 13, and it was the pandemic. And you know, during the pandemic, everybody made a little content creation. You know, everyone was making videos, everyone was making POV TikToks, you know, everybody was just trying new things. And for me, I watched a lot of YouTube. Well, actually, I watched a lot of YouTube Kids because that's what I was allowed to watch. Then at 13, I started making that shift over to big boy YouTube and put my big boy pants on and learning about the world of content creation and that kind of stuff. And I started watching The Dream SOP, you know, like all that kind of stuff. We can move on from that. And I just I was so enamored with the way YouTube worked and the way people created videos and shared their passions with people. I didn't quite understand what live streaming was yet, but later on when I learned about that, I freaking fell in love with that too. We'll talk more about that later. And of course, you know, it was during the pandemic and I had so much free time because for that first year, I don't know, everything gets kind of really muddled up in my head. And the whole timeline in my head is so messed up just because it was such an odd time. So I was in my second year of middle school whenever they're like, hey, we're taking 2 weeks off. And I was like, yes! No, I actually used to really like school. So it was kind of a bummer, but it was like, okay, we're gonna come back and we'll have 1 month left of second year middle school, and then I'll move on and I'll be an upperclassman in middle school. I don't know how schooling works for everywhere else in the world exactly, but this is like my experience with it. Middle school is from where I live, it's from ages 11 to 13 is when you're in middle school. I was playing so many video games, and I was playing with my friends that I had because those 2 weeks turned into, oh, never mind, we're just gonna do completely online. This is actually a really big deal. Then the rest of my second year of middle school was purely online, and then then it was summer, and so I don't have school during the summertime. We have summers off, so I had so much free time all the time, and so I started making videos. I really wanted a YouTube channel, and so I created a huge backlog of videos to prove to my parents that it was something I was really passionate about. I made my channel private first, and then it was unlisted, and then I got to make my videos public. My 5th YouTube anniversary went by, but I didn't know what to do because I haven't really posted or done anything for a whole year, so does it even count? Anyway, so off topic. This video is gonna be such a hot mess, but that's okay. If I don't just sit down and talk, I'm never ever going to make the video. So anyway, I had this backlog of videos. I got to make my channel public. I really started to form this amazing supportive community, and it was so amazing. You guys are so welcoming and supportive, and I love hearing your ideas and the games that you like to play, the music you like to listen to, what your day-to-day is like. I just love learning about other people, and it was so cool to get to make this little community and create stuff that you guys got to see. Some of it I wish I hadn't shared because it's pretty rough, but it's okay. And then in 8th grade, the workload still was pretty easy. It was a mix of online school and in-person school, and anytime there was a rise in COVID-19 cases, my school would go back online. We did A/B days, so I would only go to school on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the rest of it would be online. So I still, even though things were starting to go back to normal a little bit, I still had so much free time. So I was just really struggling to fit in and figure out who I was, and this channel was really just such a great place. It was something stable in my life, and I loved it. I was so grateful for it. And then high school started. Oh boy, it was crazy. In high school, at first I could keep uploading a little bit, but then I just got busier and busier and busier and busier and busier and busier. There were so many different opportunities, and there were so many extracurriculars, and I really stayed in my shell the first 2 years of high school. I don't know, I was scared. Oh, someone's vacuuming upstairs, so if you hear that, just ignore that. I go to high school, I get super involved, I make so many great friends, and I was super involved in all these clubs. I was like an officer in some clubs. I helped revive our school's like diversity and inclusion club. My last year of high school, I also worked. I had an internship. I love it so much. I miss that place. Yeah, I just was so busy. There was no time for YouTube, and I tried a few times to like consistently upload, and it just didn't work. And I kept thinking like, no, it'll be fine. I just need to sit down and make the time, and I can do it. But then it just never happened. There was one summer I was working 2 jobs, but I also was live streaming, and I loved that. I love live streaming so much. We're gonna talk about it more later. But I really love live streaming. I kind of vibe with it more than YouTube videos, but like I said, we'll talk about that more later. And then senior year came, and I kind of just gave up on the channel altogether. There was so much, guys. There was so... Anyway, this thing is just kind of sounding like a whole vent, but what I mean to say is that I really decided to prioritize being social and making friends and making like money and getting involved in my school. I really prioritized that a lot more than YouTube, and I think it's because I felt so lonely during the pandemic, and now all these people were around me and I could actually bond with them and communicate, and I was so excited. Another factor to my YouTube channel is that I kind of shunned my interests a little bit. I fell victim to feeling judged, which I just do whatever you want to do, bro. Like, if you love something, keep loving it. Please, because you will find your people and they will enjoy the things you enjoy, or they'll want to learn more about the things you enjoy if those are really your people. But then I met some really awesome people who reminded me how important it was to be myself, reminded me how much fun it is to like nerd out, and how much fun it is to talk about my video games that I love and my books that I love and my shows that I love, and to draw and to create these whole worlds. Like, I used to draw so much. I used to have so many OCs and stories, and I just completely stopped paying attention to them. So yeah, I really started to, create again, and that was so much fun. And then it was time for university, and that's where I'm at now, and I really miss YouTube. I really miss making videos, and I really miss creating again, and I have all of these projects, and I want to play these games. I want to live stream so bad, and I can't. I have a lot more free time in university than I did in high school, and actually it's kind of hard. When I sit here and I have nothing to do but homework, it really kind of is a bummer, I started to work on this channel again. I'm rebranding. You may have noticed. There's, new graphics, a new banner, which I might change. I'm not sure if I love it. There's gonna be a new end card at the end of this video. I got a new profile picture. I'm not sure how much I'm actually gonna get done when I make this video, but I'm trying to make a new little PNG YouTuber. I'm gonna make a little cute like VTuber thing, just like a drawing, like just something simple, but for my live streams, so that you have something to look at instead of just hearing my voice. Super long story short, TLDR, I'm going to be making content again. I'm going to come back to YouTube. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to live stream. I'm going to make some shorts. Maybe someday I'll branch out into Twitch. I've been pretty active actually over on my Instagram. If you can go drop a follow over there, link in the description. But I've been posting my art on there. I did Art Fight over the summer. That was so much fun. And I just really want to start creating projects again and getting to know everybody again and making a sense of community again. So yeah, new content. Yay! I said earlier in the video that I wanted to go back to that video I'd made in January of 2024 and review the goals that I had set for myself and see if I carry through with any of them. Where I'm at with those goals now and my goals going forward. Okay, so let's break down these goals, huh? So first up, I specifically talked about some of the videos that were upcoming that I was going to release, so let's talk about those. Some of which are turning Pokemon into Animal Crossing characters. Spoilers, but this is still happening. The video is like 3/4 done editing. I have some art I still need to make for it. The audio quality is not the best, but it's like, I actually really like the art that I made in that video, and so I really want to share it with you guys. It'll probably be one of the first videos I post when I come back, just to kind of get it out of the way. Recreating AI-generated Pokemon starters. This one is not happening at all. I talked about how I wanted to make a region based on like AI generated Pokemon from that site Nokemon. I hate AI. I think it's stupid. I hate what AI does to our environment. I hate how it affects the art community. I hate how it affects creative people in general. And yes, I understand the arguments that it can be used for some great stuff. It can really help spark some ideas, you know, get you started on an essay or on a YouTube video, for example. Or it can really, really help. We used it at work, and I always like so we used it to help like accommodate for a lack of workers. So I really understand that it can be used for great things, but I think there are better workarounds. And I think that if people start to rely on AI, it is just not going to go well. I think that it can never be as creative as people are, and I think AI art is stupid. Anyways, so that is why I will not be turning these AI generated concepts into Pokemon. And a new art unboxing plus challenge series that I'm really excited for. I did one of these videos, I think. Yeah, I did because it's my last video. So I will probably do more of those videos. I really want to create a lot of art related videos. I will always love Pokemon in the same way I love Miraculous Ladybug. The same way that I will love Voltron, or you know, it was a big part of my life and it's never gonna go away. But I'm just not that into it anymore. So now I'm just gonna focus on making art videos, making music videos. My content's kind of gonna be all over the place, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, now let's break it down and let's review the goals, like more specifically, that I had set for myself. Goal 1. Upload a video every 2 weeks. No. Update the MissyDoPop profile picture and PNG avatar. Yeah, take a look at those suckers. I got a new profile picture and everything, like I was saying. I'm not sure at this point in time if I have made new PNGs, but I guess we'll find out. You'll know. Goal number 3. Create at least 20 original Fakemon throughout 2024. No. I think I made 4 in the entire year. I don't even know. Number 4. Potentially start a consistent live stream schedule. Yes, like I was saying, for that summer, I did live stream, I think a total of 11 times, and it was so much fun. And I am definitely going to start live streaming way more often. I love live streaming. It's so much fun, and I have so many games I want to play, and I'm just super hyped. It's gonna be fun. The first game I'm gonna play when I come back to streaming is Undertale, and I've never played it before, and I'm super excited. So those of you who watch this video, be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna release a video closer to when I plan on playing, like a little teaser. That's where I'm at. That's the future a little bit of the MissyDoPop channel. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to live stream a lot. I'm probably gonna live stream more often than I'm going to release videos. Or I'll probably turn my live streams into videos, that kind of thing. That's kind of it. I don't really know how to end this video. Feel free to reach out. Absolutely, you can reach out. I love talking to you guys. You know, definitely, if you have anything to say, leave it in the comments. I imagine only subscribers have watched this video, but if any of this sounds interesting, if you vibed with my horribly unscripted rants, if you enjoyed the art that has been playing throughout this video, the time-lapse or whatever, feel free to subscribe if you aren't. I kind of think only subscribers will watch this, but subscribe, like the video, just so that we can make sure as many MissyDoPop community members see this video as possible. This one's important. Turn on notifications because when I do post, it's gonna be really random. I'm not really upholding myself to a schedule because I know it's not gonna happen anyway. TLDR of this whole freaking video. I was gonna quit YouTube, now I'm not. Instead, I'm going to live stream all the time, I'm going to post sometimes, and I'm going to interact always. So yeah, now I need to edit down this 15-minute audio into probably 25 to 30 minutes tops, because it's not a podcast, it's a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this rant, and I'm so excited to come back. Until next time, and I promise there will be a next time. This is MissyDoPop, signing off.